Okay, in the last class, which we discussed about how to create a Excel workbook, and then under this workbook, how to create a sheet, and for each sheet, how to create a row, and so for row there should be a cells. So how to create a cell and how to put the data in the cell, we already understood that, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, so far, any doubts for you from your side from the last class? Okay, let me start this Eclipse. Meanwhile, let me know if you have any doubt so that we can discuss. So everybody can hear, view my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So simply, guys, actually, we have to identify a specific class for our requirement and methods in this API. So you no need to worry. Actually, they gave clear examples. Like if I go overview, so here quick guide. So they have given for base. Let's say to you want to create multiple records, how to iterate, how to align the cell. Like when you open a cell, you will align that. Adjustment. So programmatically, how to do, and if you want to fill the color. So generally, if you work with the Excel file, generally you will fill with the background color and a lot of things. Like you will do a lot of styling and all. So all kind of things they have given here, but only thing is you no need to worry, because if I go randomly, mm, uh, hyperlinks. Suppose you want to give hyperlink. When you move on the cursor on the cell, then you want to open it, a different file. So then what you can do is just gently see that this already. Nothing here difficult here. So only thing, object method calling. Zero means it's about the first seed. One, if you want to create a multiple seeds, how to create here? So here, if you observe here, uh, creating a cell, just they created, and creating a columns, they just create a row. Zero row. Zero means, what do you meaning of zero? It's a first row. And like this, you can create n number of rows and cells. All are methods only. You are not using any logic. You don't need to write your own by own, because this Apache Poi API is giving all kind of you know predefined methods based on your requirement. Might be, you can find all kind of methods based on your requirement. So here, let's talk about this hyperlink. Hyperlink means what? So you guys know that what is meaning of hyperlink, right? Anyone is don't know about the hyperlink? Anyone don't know about hyperlink? What do you meaning of hyperlink? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first tell me, randomly I took, guys, here. A lot of features are there, but any feature, if you go here, custom colors, if you want to give the colors, same, create workbook, create sheet, create row, and setting the value, and then create cell style. Like, if you want to make a style, set fill color, foreground, color. So they give the colors also predefined constants. So you can use like this, anything. If you go and look at that, we have the predefined classes and method to fulfill your requirement without writing logic by own. Okay, so here we no need to discuss in detail every class, because we are the user here, because we are not developing anything. We are writing a program, Java program, by using this predefined the libraries which we have already, right? So guys, tell me randomly, I pick this. Okay, let's say this requirement is, they have given the document at the filling the color. Am I right? So do you feel anything is not understandable here, the logical way or whatever way? So do you find any other thing? They just, what they are doing, they are just creating the methods, but which method I have to call, which class I have to use, so for your requirement. If you are in a confusion, then this is the document will help you. Okay, but how to call, if you, by looking at the code, you can do adjustment. You know that what is the meaning of this line? What they are doing here, they are just taking the reference variable style and set border bottom, set border bottom, border color, set border left. So like this, they are given a lot of examples here. Okay, only thing is your job is based on your requirement. So let's say you got a requirement, okay, um, to work with Excel. So that last time which I explained is a basic level, guys, core level. But on top of that, you can do a lot of makeup. Okay, so you want to give bold, and you want to create multiple records. And right now we created only this. Suppose you want to do anything, multiple, then you can make a for loop. So what you can do in a for loop? So for loop, you can create this kind of method. Like, what that will do dynamically, it will create n number of rows. You can do condition. 100 rows you want to create, make it 100. 1,000 rows, make it 1,000. You know how to loop 1,000 times, 10 times, 100 times in a for loop, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like this, based on your requirement, based by using this for loop or control structures, any control structure, these are the common things we will use throughout the programming. But only thing is, you might feel that if you want to write code by own to create a sheet, then it's the problem now. But you have already predefined. You have already predefined. Look at predefined classes, and which are ready to use. But already they are given the document also, how to use the document. Okay, so they gave all the examples. Only your job is, whenever you get a requirement, you can go to the document, and in your requirement they may ask you, make it bold, I want report like this, I want to create a report with some color filling. So it's all about the requirement when you get a project and working on that. So you can use that. So what I suggest to you guys is, do some simple examples, because they already given the example. Take it and develop. While develop by own, develop means by using, just doing and looking at, by practicing, then you will get some confidence on that. But I don't need to discuss many things here, because if I go any example, I have to say, create object, create a method, use this method, align this like this. Everything is, I'm predefined. I have to take it and I have to explain you. I think I don't need to spend like this, guys, because everything I'm not explaining here more things. I'm always talking about the predefined methods. But you guys understood that what is the how what is the core concept of how to create a Excel file. This Apache Poi is not only for Excel, guys. We can create PowerPoint also. We can create Word document also. They are given. Okay. That's all. You have the implementation they are giving. So if you want to, these are all programmatically. If you want to do in a manual manner, how to do? You just open that particular software, MS Office software, or then you will create and you will do that. So this API is going to give you guidance to create a dynamic way. Like, that means everything should be programmatically. Okay, if you see that some websites, when you click on download, there will be a reports. If you go in the bank website, there will be websites there. So that websites will have that. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then when you click on those report, you will get Excel reports, right? and PDF reports like this. How those are getting generated, mm, right? Those are generating through the programmatically. They have already written the code based on the. So the data they are picking from the database. Generally, how the reports will create a background, So let me go explain in a picture way. Okay. So this is the, let's say this is the database and this is the application. Uh, what you are looking here, and let's say there is a button called download. So when download, if uh, download, so the moment when you click on the download, the request will go to server. These all things we will understand how the request will go, how the every response will come, how the data will come to the front end. All things we can discuss in the servlet programming. But so try to understand this report generation real time, how it will generate. Okay. So let's say the database have the data. So they will write some program to pull the data. That data they will dynamically they will keep with the help of API. That is API called Apache. Not only this API, guys, we have other APIs also, but the most powerful and most useful API is this is the only. And if you feel if you want to use any other API, because the solution is not only one solution we have to create the Excel files, we have many solutions in the market. So that's all depends on you. You have to select which API you have to use. Okay. So here, this Apache Poi is going to help us to download by pulling the data. But here, what we did in our example, just dynamically, we kept some static manner. Okay. But if you want to put dynamically, pull the data from database, I think I have not explained anything the data JDBC and all. When I talked about the JDBC, then you might understand that how to pull the data and all. Then you can see that. Okay. But our concept here is we are trying to understand about that the Excel creation. Am I right, guys? So I hope you understand this. Nothing difficult here. Only thing is you have to put some effort by doing this example. And if you feel some difficulty or some doubts, you can get back to me and we can discuss all the time. So that is the way you can learn properly. If I go and explain one by one, everything I have to say copy paste, I have to tell this. And if you try to do this taking, because they are already given different kind of features in this API, take one feature, implement that, and like this create n number of programs. While creating programs, you can take this code, and so you can keep in the main method and do that. And I mean, execute that. When you execute that, you might get errors, compilation error. That errors you can fix it by setting the class path. Always use this Eclipse. Otherwise, if you go in a manual manner, it may take a lot of time. Okay. So when you use Eclipse, because already we spend enough time to understand that manual way. So right. So we know that what is class path, what is path variable, how the JVM works. All things we already understood, right? So do this, guys. I don't want to spend more time on this. And only thing is, you guys spend time on this and get back to me so that I will discuss, because everything is ready-made. Is nothing confusing here. Only thing is, uh, select one requirement. Okay, I want to create Excel file like this programmatically. Just uh, uh, make a goal on that. So then once you decide your output, what kind of output you are expecting, so make a goal on that, and then you start doing a program. So once you do the programs and compilation errors, all things you will face that, and you try to rectify by setting class path, all the required libraries. Once you execute, if you get exactly output what you already decided, so already you gold. So if you get it, then you are done with that. So if you stuck there, if you get any doubts by using this API and method level, but here if you see that everything is predefined method, only thing is you have to use. Okay, while you says, if you feel some doubt, then get back to me. Okay, so that you make a note on that. I mean, when you are practicing, guys, you might ask me or after some days. Okay, I want to discuss. Everybody can come into the one class and discuss all the doubts. Okay, so that is the thing, guys. Okay, so are you good to start this you know uh, these examples, I mean, by practicing?
Yes, sir.
Or you want me explain each and everything, taking and a program and explaining and all? Are you expecting that? I don't think so. It will be useful because I just copy paste and do that. But when you try to do that, you might get some experience. Might be you will get doubt while practicing. Then if we discuss, that will be clear for you. Guys, tell me.
Yes, sir. We will do that.
So what
Let
about
explain.
others? Yeah. So just go through that, and I will clarify the doubts because if you see any example here, you have ready-made example. Okay. So everything, if you want to iterate over the rows and cells, work with a different type of cell, create a date cell. If you want to put the date value, date means you know that. So if you want to put our date-wise data, it's a different kind of data. So you can put it down all the okay by looking. Just copy and you have to frame the code. But before starting that, decide. Okay, set a goal. Okay, I want to create an application like this. I want to create program like this. Then start doing that. So this is the helper for you. This document. It's not like that, when you come to the real time. So I don't so without looking at this document you should able to do. No, it's not like an exam, like, without seeing that we have to write like this. You only thing is just you can refer. But if it is the first time, it will take time, more time, because you have to search everything and implement. If you keep on developing, so you don't need to refer that. I already told the example, right? Any manual document if you get for any product, if you are operating any product, so then it may take some time in the first time. And keep on using, keep on practicing. You don't need to refer the document itself. Only if we feel some doubt, then only you can go on. But always document is available. You don't need to worry. You don't need to buy heart also. Don't go and buy heart all the classes. Okay, there are some classes, right? Don't buy heart. There are what are the classes are available in Apache Py workbook, something like that. You don't need to buy. Just only thing is logically what you have to understand is hierarchy. Workbook. Workbook means you know that the terminology, that she total workbook. Under this workbook, multiple sheets are there. You can create n number of rows, and you can create based on at least one row you will create, one sheet you will create. But if you feel that you want to create multiple rows, you can create it. So that for that you have the predefined method. Create sheet method you can call n number of times. If you call multiple times, it will create multiple sheets. Okay, so like this you do the practice, and get back to me, and one day we will discuss if you feel any doubts on the things what you worked on that. But you have to show me that code, and you have to ask the doubt. So then it will be easy for you. I mean, you will understand in better way. Okay, guys, we will do one once you understand that when we are working at the servlet programming. So there we will a live example I will show. But right now what we are doing, so we are not clicking on any website and download button and all. We are right clicking and run as. This is background, but user will not use like this. As a developer, you are trying to test it, but actual user how we will test. But meanwhile, what you have to do is you have to practice on that so that it will be clear for us, right? So we will clarify the dots. I hope you understand my intention, what I explained. Guys, did you understand what I say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Let me start with one. Let me start with one example of. I mean, we will start with guys. Sorry. This what is the pending in the core Java for you? For us, what is the pending? So PDF, I will talk about while working with the servlet programming. because I have to show you the live example, right? So there, once we understand, like, one website we will design, and there we will put some download buttons, we will pull the data, JDBC and all. So there, that moment I will explain with the complete flow, because if I want to explain complete flow, I have to complete JDBC and servlet. So because we have not yet completed JDBC and servlet, so that is the reason I'm stopping here to explain the PDF. And also Excel also we will see the live example there. Okay. Now, let can I talk? Can I discuss about whatever is collection framework? So what is the pending, guys? Collection framework, right? In the core Java. Apart from this is just the idea I gave you. I hope everything arrays concept I already explained. So the collection framework. Let's talk about the collection framework today. Just I will give you the introduction, and once we are done with the collection framework, mostly we are done. I think file concept I already spent time. Okay, collection. There is a collection framework in core Java which is mostly used in our project. Okay, till now we discussed many things, right? So like creating object, calling a method, many fundamental concepts we understood. Framework. First of all, let me make you understand what is framework. What is framework, guys? So did I explain already? So just now we completed this. We discussed about this, right? This is also some framework, guys. Like we have already ready-made solutions. Ready-madely it is available. Then you are using. That is called framework. Like which is already there is a problem. The problem identified and created the solution with set of features. That is called framework. Okay, framework means it's already everything is done for your problems. I mean, solution is already prepared for your problems. I mean, for your requirements, for our thing, like collection framework. So, what kind of problems? First, we will try to understand the problem. Then we can understand the solution. Then I can say the collection framework is the solution for this problem. Okay. So generally, you guys know that arrays concept, right? So generally, in the real time, we are not going to deal with only one object, because a lot of information we will handle. Am I correct? So it's not the simple one record, two record kind of data, right? So if you take e-commerce application, any e-commerce application, guys, tell me, can you give me one e-commerce application which you know?
Flipkart, sir.
Mm-hmm. What is
Flipkart,
that?
Amazon.
Yes. So this is the most popular things, right? So Flipkart and Amazon and all the most popular. Let's go with the Amazon. Okay. So if I go and talk about this thing, so you can see this in e-commerce application. You will see there a lot of images. So this all the data. This all the data. This is all the data, right? This is all the information. Whatever. See. Let me search books. Okay. So this is all the information. If you see that, so lot of information. This, what you say, this is a collection, right? Can I say it is a collection of books?
Yes, sir.
You tell me one thing. These all data is in your mission, because right now I am accessing in my mission. These are all stored in my mission.
No, sir.
These are not stored in our mission, right? Because if
Yes.
it's not a specifically someone is coming and storing in your mission. These all information is coming from somewhere, some server. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So guys, I think you can hear my voice clearly, right? Is there any disturbance in my voice?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So try to understand one thing here. All these, like, the name of the book, author of the book, and what is the price. These are all the information. This is one information, one book information. This is another book information. Like that. This website has to handle a lot of information, not only books, like many things are there, right? So, but this all information is coming from somewhere. So in hierarchy, if you see that any web application hierarchy, this is the database, this is the application, and this is your browser. Okay, what do you simply do? You will click on one link and the request will go, but I will talk in this earlier time, so more detail what is request and all. And then this application, some program is running here that will talk to the database, and this database will give some information, and this information is coming back again to a browser. So this whole process is happening. So that means the data is stored in where? Database. Okay,
Database.
so database, I will talk about those details, don't worry. This assume that there is a database and the application and our browser. So in the database, the data is stored. That means it's not stored in your browser, right? So all the data has to be retrieved programmatically and hold somewhere in a program way, and we have to return to the browser. So generally, that data means how to store the data programmatically. I mean, in a program, suppose I want to 10 is the value. I want to store programmatically. So how to store this 10, guys? Tell me programmatically.
Take a variable.
Take the variables.
Yes, variable, simple variable. So what is variable? Variable is a temporary memory location.
Temporary memory.
Temporary
Variable we
memory
use it to
allocation.
store any data. So, but let's take a variable that is a x, and how to assign the value? Equal operator is the 10. I assign.
Yes.
But what kind of data it is? What type of data it is? We have to mention it, right?
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So
Yes,
that
sir.
is in. This is the way we handle the data in a programmatically, right? So any information, integer or string or any information you want to store. So how to store? You will declare a variable and you will store. I'm not talking about permanently, programmatically, dynamically while processing. Programmatically, we have to use variable. Am I right? Correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, this is our e-commerce application. How many books are there? Let's say I want to store book names. Okay. How many books are there?
Multiple books.
So let's say these are 1,000 books. Might be more than that. 1,000. How many variables you have to declare here? You know already book names. How many variables you have to declare? How many variables you have to declare? I want to store 1,000 books names programmatically. How many variables?
Single variable.
Why are silent? I don't understand. 1,000 variables, right? So first tell me, I want to store one book name, B1. I am declaring a variable B1. Okay. Now you guys tell me. Let me take this the book name. I'm just copying this book name, and here I am pasting here. Okay. Now you guys tell me what kind of variable we have. What type of variable it is?
Strings.
String, simple.
String type.
Yeah. Now I stored one book name in my variable. Now like this, I have to store multiple, because then if I store, then only I can process and I can send to the browser programmatically. Then I have to store, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's say, guys, one simple thing. So like this, if you want to store thousand books, you have to declare 1,000 variables. Am I right?
Sir.
Generally, we have to declare. But is this a problem for developer or not?
Yes, sir.
Declaring n number of variables and holding
Yes, sir.
and all.
Yes, sir.
Is it a problem
Yes,
or
sir.
not? Then
Yes, sir.
to avoid this problem, we have already one concept is there, that is arrays. So what arrays will do?
It stores multiple data, sir.
Right. It will handle multiple data, I mean multiple values in a single variable. I declared B. So then within a single variable, I can add a number of books. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is
Yes,
a
sir.
solution. Problem is that if you want to handle one or two values, then you don't need to think about arrays concept. When you are trying to process the group of values, multiple values, then so declaring variables for multiple, it's very big headache to the developer. And also it's a very complex thing, and you have to do it a lot of code handling. It's not that much easy, right? So that is the problem. So for that problem, we have a solution called arrays. Am I right? What is arrays? So arrays, if you declare an array variable, then that array variable will be used to store multiple information, like group of values. Okay, like this you can mention 1,000. Okay, so you don't know. If you know already how many books, then only you can store. Let's say how to create array, you guys know that, right? Guys, do you know that?
New string
Yes.
So this is array object.
size.
Then you have to give size. Without giving
Size.
size, can we create array?
No, sir.
No. Then why? Because we have to mention the size in advance. Let's say I declared 100, but you always never know. You cannot decide. If you know already, okay, you are confident, okay, I am going to store only this, then only you can use arrays, guys. Because if you don't know, let's say B of 0, like this, you will store some information like this. But once you store dynamically, you may get more than 100, less than 100. So if you get more than 100, then this variable we cannot use. And if you get very less than 100 data, then the memory wastage will happen. Because the moment when you create this line, when this log executed this line by the JVM, what JVM will do, it will allocate the memory for 100, whether you use it or not use it in the RAM. Okay, so then what is the problem? Then memory wastage will happen if you don't use. Dynamically, if you get less than 100 data, then what is the problem?
Memory
Memory
wastage.
because if you store only 50 memory is already wasted, because you are not using, but still you occupied the memory important, right? Because in the RAM is very, like, if your system hard disk is very big, but in RAM 2 GB 3 GB, because all the process will happen. You guys know that fundamental classes, I already explained what is RAM and all. Am I right?
Yes.
Anyone don't know what is RAM?
No, sir. We know.
Okay. So memory wastage will happen. Am I correct? So if it is more than 100, we will get our index out of bound exception. That means what?
Yes, sir. Can't store the values.
Yes,
We can't
we
store
cannot
the
store
value.
we cannot store the values. Correct. Cannot store the values. Okay. So as you are using a single variable declaration, you faced some problem. For that problem, you got the solution. That solution is that. But again, while using the array concept also, we are avoiding these problems, but still we are getting the new problems. What are the problems? If it is 100 only, then only it is useful. But we cannot give guarantee, right? All the time. Only the value should be 100 values only will store, because it might get dynamically. Let's say you want to there are students or doing the registration in the college. So while they are registering, all the data has to display to the principal. Okay, how many members are registered? So let's say, did they decide, like, how many people can they guess? And before writing the program, before registering only, can they guess it? Okay, only 100 students, 200 students, 10 students, like that, they cannot guess it. Am I right? That is
Yes,
the real time scenario. Let's say you got a one web link and you fill your data and submitted. Like this, they open, they continuously they are registering. But the program internally, background program, what it has to store while displaying to the principal, it has to pick all the information and show. While picking and processing, it has to use arrays concept or some other concept which can hold the group of values into a single object, single variable. So while doing that process, if they decide already only 10, if 11th person is registering and it is picking, the program will not work, because we cannot store that and it cannot process it. So in that scenario, we cannot decide it only the size of that array, right? Can we decide? Or else we can do that. Okay, maximum. Let's say I want to maximum 1,000 students only. Then you can make it 1,000, but only 10 students registered. Then the memory is already occupied for the 900 students. Will be wasted or not?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It will be wasted. Then so there is the problem, but we can use it. But that is the problem is memory wastage, or we cannot store. To avoid these problems, and also performance wise, it is good. And to avoid these two problems, we have a collection framework. What is the main advantage? That is the problems we understood till now. And what is the solution is the collection framework. In this framework, so you will get list of classes, list of interfaces. I will talk about it. Don't worry. List of interfaces and list of classes. And what we can do with this collection framework is we can avoid these two problems. Memory wastage will not happen. How it will not happen? Programmatically, everything we will discuss. You don't worry. Memory wastage will not happen. And dynamically, it will increase and decrease. Suppose you are keep on adding the data, the size will increase. Keep on removing the data, size will decrease. That means it is adjustable. This variable is not adjustable, guys. This variable, once you declared array variable, so 100 by putting some size, that is fixed. Okay, you cannot decrease and increase. But in the collection, so let's say collection, I will talk programmatically later. So an idea wise, let's talk new collection. This is the wrong code actually, just for our idea I'm doing. Okay, so what this C variable do is, so let's assume this is the collection object. Okay, C dot add, you can add n number of 1,000, 2,000. So let's say you added only 10, the memory will be used only for 10. That means dynamically increase, dynamically
Decrease.
decrease. So that kind of feature you can find in the collection framework classes. It's simply like that. You can find all the classes and interfaces in java.util package, guys. It's a part of Java util package. If you go, like, IO package, we understood for input output, right? Java.util package, you can uh, get all the classes, whatever the classes we have in the, you know, mm, for these problems. Like, you know, so we will discuss in detail what kind of, there is a collection interface is there, list interface is there, set interface is there, and also map interface is there. We have the interfaces, and under that there are classes, and we will try to understand that. But main feature, main intention of this collection framework, are you guys understood? In detail, when you go, we will discuss more detail there. But I hope you understand the problem with using by single variable way. If you, when we are handling multiple data, it's a declaring is a very big headache to the developer, and also it's a, to avoid that problem we have arrays again. In while using arrays we have a problem, these two kind of problems. And to avoid these problems, we they already, there is one more solution, collection framework. Don't think that we already have the collection all the time, you no need to use collection framework only, we can use arrays also. But it all depends on the, it all depends on the your requirement. If you know already in advance the size you are going to use, that only use arrays. If you don't know, it's all kind of dynamic process, then you go for this. That means why I'm saying this is very important is, if we take any application, guys, we are dealing with a multiple group of data. So while dealing with this multiple data group of information, so that is nothing but a collection. So to handle this data, we have to use this collection framework to make it simple. Okay, because that is there, it is going to help us a lot, collection framework. So that classes interfaces, if you understand, so my everyday life you are going to use this collection framework, because any application we are going to deal with a group of data. Okay, so that group of data handling and all, we will understand. Once we understand this all together, if you do one example, I mean, by using these collection and JDBC, Servlet, web application design, you might understand the importance of each and everything. Okay, we are trying to understand part wise. Till now, we understood each concept wise and collection framework. Once we understand the collection framework, we can feel that okay, we already understand all core level of concepts individually. Then we are ready with all the part. Like when you are preparing a curry, what you will do, then you will be ready with all the kind of elements, and then you will prepare a curry, right? So to process that, so you cannot start first time it of processing that. You have to prepare all the ingredients. So that is how we are all prepare. We are trying to understand all core level of concept. By using all this core level of concept, we are going to develop one example after Servlet programming and all. Then you might understand the whole picture of the application, any application, how it will do, and all back end. We will try to understand. Okay, so that is the main advantage of collection framework, guys. And don't forget it. So just try to practice on that Apache Poi API, some examples, and get back to me. No, not only tomorrow, you can get back to me at any time, but one day we will discuss if you have any doubts altogether. And so I hope you understand what is the main advantage of the collection framework. So for what kind of problems, the mainly, this is the mainly core level, you can understand. To avoid these two problems, we have a collection framework. Under the collection framework, there are different classes are there, different interfaces are there, and what interface will be used for which purpose, we will talk individually. So mainly I can say there is a interface. You guys, everybody know what is interface, guys? Anybody don't know what is interface? Anybody don't know about interface, guys? Anybody have any doubt on what is interface? Guys, please respond. Can you hear me?
No, sir.
Okay. So I hope everybody knows. So these are the main interfaces in the collection framework. Under this interface, we have multiple classes. We'll talk about it. So what collection interface, list interface, set interface, map interface. And but every interface, every class purpose is to fulfill this only. But internally, we will have different variations between one interface to another interface. We will talk about it. We need some time to complete this collection framework. We have to spend. Okay. So I hope you understand the main advantage. Guys, any doubts so far? But don't keep quiet and try to do some practice. You have enough time. Try to do the practice. Tomorrow we will continue to working on the java.util package. This is the java.util package. Let me show you once. Java. So this is having all classes which we have. Look at this lot of classes which I talked about: collection and list and map and set. These are all that, but other things also there. Some of the abstract interfaces and all, and these are all the classes. So this is the package, guys. A lot of things, and I'm going to talk about each and every one because there are different variations where difference is there for one class to another class. We'll talk about it, but all are to handle a group of objects, group of data and all, and we will talk more detail on that. But this is the package we are going to, but we have already existing classes, and the only thing is we have to know how to use. But to use here we have to discuss more things. It's not like simple way. And if you understand what is list, what is set, what is map, what is sorting, and what is, these are all things are if you understand, then you will be ready to use these effectively in our programming. So this is just go through that class names. At least you will have at a glance, like so what is this class and all, just name wise, so that when we are talking tomorrow, okay, might be you can easily recognize the class names. Okay, that is the hierarchy is there. I will draw a picture and I will explain by tomorrow. So any doubts, guys, so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.